My name is Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara Just Saw. And I went and saw Predator. Obviously. I've had this plastic mask for at least 2 years now. Got it at the thrift store, and it's been stored like this. So, poor guy. Poor guy's a little flat. So, I have some unpopular opinions. Yeah. Let me first start off by saying, I am a huge fan of the Predator films. I remember seeing the first Alien film, became completely obsessed with Alien, and then found Predator through the Alien versus Predator movies, and then went on to just watch the Predator films. So I was excited about this movie. I know a lot of people were also very excited about it. I posted on Twitter that I was going to watch this for this episode, and everyone was so upset about how it turned out who saw it. Doesn't seem like anyone enjoyed Predator at all. And I had a really good time with it. Are you a predator of my heart? Did you like Predator? He did. I am so glad that I enjoyed it. It's like, obviously, what a cool thing to go into a film where everyone has said that you're not going to enjoy it and then enjoy it. That's fun, right? I am a little concerned that everyone's going to be super disappointed and pissed at me, but I had a really good time with it. It's completely different than the original Predator films. It acknowledges them, and it moves on in a completely different direction that I personally found really fun. A lot of people aren't enjoying the characters and like the guy gang that go out and, you know, take down the Predators. I really liked them. I thought they had a good chemistry, and they had a lot of charisma and were really funny. I laughed out loud in like a lot of moments. This whole time is just gonna be me apologizing for enjoying this movie. The vibe I'm getting is that it was a really big change. People didn't like that. I like when franchises change, when movie franchises can like change and update, and I don't know, I had a really good time. There was only one other person in my theater, and so I think I might be the one person alive who actually enjoyed it. But I thought the action was fun enough, the script was fun enough, the acting really sold it. Like, I think the actors were great. They did a really good job. I wish there would have been more action, more suspense, but I really didn't hate the comedy. I know that a lot of people are really hating the comedy. I always love comedy when it's added to things. I love these new superhero Marvel films that are super funny, and I really enjoy when things are inserted with just a ton of comedy. I know it's not necessary, and I know a lot of people will argue, like, every character doesn't need to be like this funny, witty, like perfect stud of a human, and I definitely agree with that. But I don't know, it didn't fall flat for me. I super enjoyed it. I'm just apologizing through everything I'm saying. Oh no. The only actors that I didn't believe were two young actors who played bullies, who were bullying our arguably lead character, and I think the only storyline that I really didn't believe in it as well is this kid kind of going along with the ride. So the story is about this soldier named McCready and his son. His son is on the autism spectrum, and there's someone on the autism spectrum, there's ADHD, there's Tourette's. There's a lot of mental health dealings here. It's interesting. I don't know how accurate all of these things being portrayed were. The son gets a hold of Predator armor though, and summons Predator to Earth, and is responsible for all of the happenings going on. You know, to sum it up, I guess. The son is on the spectrum, and doesn't handle certain things well, but really handles like just being in the midst of all of this super well. And it felt like, for what they set him up as, felt like that wasn't very consistent. I really hate the brilliant child trope. It's like, oh, he figured it all out in no time at all, and you know, he's just so smart, but he's a little odd. And it's like, okay, we get it. I've seen this. That was a little overdone, I'd say. His performance was okay. I didn't like the relationship with him and the mom and the dad. I thought that, like, the marriage especially was pretty wonky and dumb. I really enjoyed the friends that McCready meets along the way. I thought they were a fun ragtag group of like ex-soldiers. Keegan-Michael Key and Thomas Jane were my two favorite in that group. I thought they were great. And when I first saw Key, I was like, I don't know, like, he's a little like too recognizable in his comedy for me, in my mind, that like I thought it was gonna take me out of it. I really enjoyed his character. Oh, it's got a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes, but 82% of people liked it. Okay, so I'm not the only one who likes this movie. That's great. I really liked it. I have such shit taste in movies though, so I don't know. There were a few nods to the first two though, and it really made me want to come home and just watch the first two, which I may do tonight, which is like a good thing, I think, for a sequel to do. Get to the choppers. It's a line. It's pretty great. One instance of comedy that I think took it too far, too stupid, and just, I could see really upsetting some people. It just kind of irked me, but I bet people were fuming when they saw this, is one of the predators chops off someone's arm, and the guy driving the car doesn't know that a predator is on board. He's like, is everything okay? And the predator pushes the arm forward, and it gives a thumbs up. That was kind of disappointing. Like, that's the only moment, though, that I was like, oh my god, the comedy. I really liked the comedy, you guys. I'm sorry. Overall, I don't know. It kept my attention. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. I thought the cast did a really good job with what could have been a stinker of a script. There's a lot of things that I've seen before, a lot of used tropes. Not enough action, not enough suspense. But it worked for me for sure. I really think that people are going to hate this episode of Tamara's Never Seen, though, because on Twitter, I'm just going to read a few of these tweets that I got from people who really, really hated The Predator. Oh, Olivia Munn. I loved Olivia Munn. She's great. Definitely don't waste your time and money on The Predator. As a lifelong Predator fan, it was disappointing and disrespectful. People are like offended by it. Please don't make her go see Predator, people. That's just a mean thing to do. Don't torture yourself by seeing The Predator. I'm gonna say something that I think people are gonna get a little salty at. It's just my opinion. This probably isn't the video to say it on either, but how do I say this? Think some of you, some fans of certain things, hold up this original thing so high in their mind, and if it's at all different, like The Last Jedi, like this, it's immediately terrible. I know, like, obviously critics are saying that this is terrible too. It's not like, you know, just some angry, you know, fan humans down in their basements. You know, I realize that I'm probably the one who's skewed on this movie for sure. Am I way off base here? Or do you think maybe it's possible that you guys didn't, like, love it because it was just different? Or am I way off base? I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, but that's only because I did enjoy it. So I'm having a hard time seeing that. But anyways, changing the subject before I get thrown off of the internet completely. Thank you so much for watching. Ike, do you want to wear this? You want to wear this, bud? He doesn't. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week with a new episode. Bye.